you did it! You're so really cool and really hot, and I'm not talking about you, the character. I'm talking about you, the player. You should marry me.
Wow, Mirei, thank you, but I'm taken.
That's crazy that she said that.
Please don't use that as the opener.
Well, now I have to.
Just is it right here? At one point she'll say something like, "Oh, now you only have 39 or 29 hackers left." Yeah, so we beat one and now it's bumped down to 29. And we're like, "What? That's so many." And she goes, "Oh, that's too much? Well, I cut it down from 60. I split it in half between you and someone else." And then in Hacker's memory, she says the exact same to your main character.
Look at that.
Continuity.
Love to see it. Good shit,
anyway,
Digimon.
You're talking about stupid ice cream or something.
Yeah, so I was trying to Google what's the equivalent in America of salad cream. And I found a forum post by someone saying, "Help a yank out, what's salad cream?" And they do a whole post. And then the responses are, "Imagine a cross between mayonnaise and semen. It's a manky, grim version of mayonnaise. Stick to mayo, mate. You won't go far wrong." And then the last comment on that forum post is just, "Shite."
Oh, what's this?
Urgent from Mirei. We have to go, Proto.
Well, I mean, if it's from my day, I have to do it.
There's no way we can't.
I'm coming.
Someone like at least 4 times has explained to me what the different colours are, and I just don't remember. I just know left-hand side is like, I'm gonna progress the game. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I told you I knew what they were either. I know which ones are like the DLC quests that, well, they're not DLC in this game, but they were DLC in the first one.
So
Alright, somebody wanted me to go over the stats real quick, and I'll just do it because it is a little confusing.
Sure.
Attack is attack, defense is defense. Intelligence is like your special attack, but it kind of works like first generation Pokemon where intelligence is your special attack and special defense. It's a little weird. Speed is speed. Your ABI, I don't remember what it stands for, but when you Digivolve, your ABI goes up. So if you look at like Uncle Ben here, he's got 0 because he hasn't evolved yet. But Waka, who's evolved twice, is at 4.
Is it like ability?
And something like that, yeah, I think it is. It's like ability or like, I don't know. But if you, certain Digivolutions have like ABI requirements, like this one. I don't know what Digimon this is, but ABI 5 is required. But the higher level you are, if you devolve, that's the quickest way to get ABI is to get a Digimon to a high level and then devolve it instead of evolving it into something different.
So they keep the ABI?
Yeah, the ABI stats stays the same when you evolve. Well, it goes up. Every time you Digivolve, it goes up, and it maxes out at 200, if I'm right.
Okay. But it doesn't go down when you de-Digivolve? No,
it does not go down at all.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's a way you can make it go down. There's no reason you'd want it to go down. And then the more ABI you have, the more training you can do to make them stronger. But we're not going to need to do that for this playthrough because it's casual. And then Cam is how many times they've been in battle, basically. Okay. And it gets really annoying because to get to 100% Cam, you had to battle with them 100 times. And to get any DNA Digivolve Digimon, anyone, you have to get both of them to 100.
Jesus. Isn't there other ways, though? Aren't there like items or something you can use to get camera?
Yeah. You can feed them. I was just about to say you can feed them meat. I don't have any Digimon here, but you can feed them meat. There's like friendship items that give you more, but it's still just an annoying thing. Why does it have to be 100%? I don't think my Vmon and Wormmon like each other that much.
They're like best mates.
And then you gotta like feed one of them to the other to DNA Digivolve them, because when you DNA Digivolve, when you go back, you do not get the other one back.
Right. That's annoying. It's also frustrating to get DNA Digivolution as well, because you got to train up those Digimon. And I'm pretty sure Stingmon and XVmon are both special attributes, so they don't even like have any advantages against anyone.
Yeah, not really. I did not mean to go back in here. But that's a basic rundown of the stats. It's if you're just playing it casually, honestly, don't think about it too much. Just if you're playing on easy mode, my best advice is play with the Digimon that you like the best. That's all you really need to know. But if you're playing on hard mode, then yeah, you really have to go all out and do everything. But just don't play on hard mode. It's not worth it.
Especially not your first time.
Yeah. Fun fact, they actually nerfed the hard mode in the Complete Edition because it was too hard on the PlayStation 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was unfun.
I had a very unfun experience. I booted up Final Fantasy VII Remake last night. I was like, I'll give hard mode a go. I'm good at this game now. Didn't know in hard mode you can't use items anywhere other than at the benches. And Cloud died in the first boss fight, and Barrett didn't have any healing materia.
well, was the easy mode too easy still?
I haven't touched easy mode because I don't work for Kotaku, but
fair enough.
There's like classic, which is like more like the original game, easy, normal, which was what I played on, and then hard, which I was just like, oh no, I'm not. This isn't happening. I'm not gonna get the platinum trophy on this game.
I used to be one of those people that was like, what's up? I can't play this game on easy. I'm a gamer. I have to at least play it on normal. Now when I pick up a game, I'm like, easy, fun time.
I always go for normal just because I'm very like easily put off playing a game, and I feel like if I'm just not facing any like, oh, that was a tough one kind of thing, I'm just like, okay, I'm bored now. Yeah. I think that's why I appreciate games that have got like a dynamic difficulty.
I love if it's too easy, I'll change it. But for the most part, I'm just like, yeah, I just want to have a good time. There was one game I was playing, Etrian Odyssey. I hate that game.
Oh my god, yeah.
But like I said, I don't like playing games on hard mode. But the only two difficulty settings were like extreme and picnic.
Wow.
And I'm like, don't insult me. Now I gotta pick the extreme one.
There's so many of those Japanese games, especially where it'll be like, do you want to play like Masterful, or do you want to play like pants-shitting baby idiot? And you're like, well, I mean, I guess I'll play fucking...
I guess I'll play the hard one.
I can't remember if it's actually DMC5 or a mod of DMC5. I've only seen the clip of Pat playing it. But he started on whatever difficulty he was on, and he like died a few times, and if you die a certain amount of times on the game over screen, easy mode now selectable pops up.
That's
so good.
That's hilarious. In Shin Megami Tensei, I don't remember which one, but they make difficulty changing like a part of a tutorial where you fight a boss that's too hard, and then the tutorial character's like, oh, boss giving you trouble? Just turn the difficulty down, idiot. And you're like, oh wow.
Oh, okay.
That was simple.
I remember when I was quite young, not as young as I probably should have been. I hadn't encountered a game that had a forced lose battle, like a battle you're supposed to lose. That wasn't like, I probably encountered them, but they were like very obviously telegraphed. Yeah. And I was playing Golden Sun for the first time, and there's a battle you're supposed to lose really early on there. And I lost and then reset because I thought I failed. I didn't end up beating Golden Sun for like a year because I thought I was just really bad at the first fight.
That was me with Mega Man X. I didn't know you couldn't beat Vile, but you can't beat him. But you're supposed to get to a point where you get to like 1 HP and then he paralyzes you. Mm-hmm. But he can kill you, and I kept dying.
That to me is like the worst example of or the best example of bad game design is when a encounter is supposed to be losable, but if you don't lose it in the way they want you to lose it, then you fail.
Yeah, it's like he shoots out like this little paralyzing beam, but you can jump over it And I was like, okay, I can dodge that, and I just keep shooting him. I keep shooting him. Nothing. And I died because I would touch him.
And then that wouldn't progress the game. That would make you redo the fight.
Exactly. I'm like, come on. I know everyone says, and I agree, that Mega Man X is like one of the best designed games of all time. But that first little part right there, just that one bit, still leaves a salty taste in my mouth.
Salty something, that's for sure.
Speaking of salty something, I'm really hoping to get Gatomon soon.
Yeah, Gatomon would be... Oh, God.
You can actually cheese all the eater fights.
I don't
want to
hear about what cheese you've got in Gatomon right now.
No, listen. This is pro gamer tips from Proto J Dubs.
You're giving it your pro gamer tip, huh? I see how it is. I see.
If I could, I would. If you have Gatomon, you can beat all the eater fights easily because they don't have a lot of HP, but they got a lot of defense. But Gatomon's special move does 100 damage automatically, so you can just two-shot them with Gatomon.
Oh, nice. Are there any thanks for watching the Cyber Sleuth LP, everybody. This will be the last episode because I can't fucking talk anymore.
It's alright, we've been there.
Are there any enemies that, like, seem tough but can die in stupid ways? Like, in Final Fantasy games, if there's zombies, you can throw potions at them and kill them?
No.
I love shit like that.
Sadly, there's nothing like that. I wish there was, though.
There's just like an eater, but if you, like, give it, like, a friendship meat, it just dies.
That would be... I mean, I haven't really experimented with that, but I don't think giving items to enemies is an option.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
I guess I could have given it a shot in that battle there, but oh well.
If we do end up doing the Final Fantasy X LP, I won't spoil this overtly, but basically there's a boss you fight, and then later on it comes back undead, and I remember struggling. So the first fight's pretty tough as it is. The zombie one is like really tough, and then about a year after I had Final Fantasy X, I think it was my birthday or something, my mum got me the strategy guide, and it's like, just cast Kiraga on it and win. I was like, you're fucking kidding me.
What?
It's just a zombie, so like any healing magic just fucks it up.
Oh, we can evolve Uncle Ben.
Let's go!
I think, yeah, I was gonna try something besides Gardramon, just to switch it up a little bit, but he fits our type compatibility, and look at him.
Look at him.
Just look at him. Little baby. And we can get Andromon after this, so...
Good shit.
That's what matters.
Wow, you did it! You're so really cool and really hot, and I'm not talking about you, the character, I'm talking about you, the player. You should marry me.
Wow, Mirei, thank you, but I'm taken.
That's crazy that she said that.
Please don't use that as the opener.
Well, now I have to.
Don't. I just realized you can make me look so stupid. My life is in your hands.
Got him.
When you sent me those episode titles, I was weak at caught in 4K or caught us in 4K.
I'm just like, every time I go, I'm trying to like, what's like gonna be like related to the episode? Because I'm not trying to be like, in this one we see a naked lady, Digimon, you know. And I was just like, well, you said 4K titties, so I was like, perfect, there we go.
I like how I messaged you and I said, hey, I was trying to see if there were any mods for this game, but I couldn't find any. And your first response was, yeah, I was trying to see if there was a naked mod. That was your number one hope. And to be honest, I'll tell you, I'm surprised it doesn't exist too.
Super surprised. Like, it would be so easy to do it for Kyoko, especially.
Don't you know that her character design is terrible because her breastises is out?
Yeah, man, that sucks. I fucking hate that.
I terrible.
I'm frankly disgusted. If I even see a boob, disgusting.
Disgusting. Anyway, hey, I mean, Victory Cheetah kind of looks like just two pointy boobs.
That's true, like that Madonna golden bra thing,
or Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, yeah.
To 10,000 use are free.
After 10,000 years, she's freed the nipple. If you know what I'm saying, fellas.
Good for you, Rita.
Good for you, Rita. Get it, queen.
Rest in peace.
Did you watch, speaking of the thing that we don't pretend we don't like anymore, no, it's not pretending, we don't, did you see the first episode of fucking Dino Fury?
No, because I didn't want to argue with people about it, how it's actually bad when they're like, wow, what a great first episode. Yeah, I know it's not.
And I don't need to try and win over hearts and minds anymore. Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I saw that little preview and I was like, oh boy, I'm good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, but I mean, how I think of it is because my nephew started watching Power Rangers. If my nephew likes it, then whatever.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, it's not for me.
Exactly. What bothers me is when people make it out like it's like the next coming of Christ.
Yeah.
That's my problem with Power Rangers, is like... Because there are seasons of Power Rangers that, and not to be like, back in my day, but there are seasons of Power Rangers that are legitimately good, like Time Force, SPD, stuff like that. Holds up, right?
Right.
But I don't know, when I watch like Beast Morphers, I'm not like, wow, what a great overarching plot.
Right, exactly. And like, I mean, some of that is obviously because there's no nostalgia for it, right? Like, I'm sure there's going to be kids in 10 years who are going to be like, yo, Beast Morphers was lit. The Power Rangers these days just ain't like they used to be. But also,
when people say that about Samurai, they're like, I grew up with Samurai. That I like aged 40 years.
Bro, I think it was Josh who was like, yeah, I was like, when Samurai came out? 2012, so what's that, 9 years ago? I think Josh was like, yeah, I was like fucking 9 when that show came out. I was like, I was fucking paying taxes when that show came out. I'd seen many boobs when that show came out.
Yeah, I was in high school. I was like towards the end of high school when that came out. I was like, oh my god.
How old did I have been? I would have been 2012. So I was like 19 turning 20 when Samurai came out.
That's crazy.
I'm old as fuck.
I remember watching the Megaforce Halloween special at a friend's house.
Wow. That was the reason I got back into Power Rangers, was because I heard Megaforce was like a big anniversary season.
My friends, they were trying to be nice to me, right? Because they knew I liked Power Rangers. So they were like, oh, do you want to watch this? And I was like, oh yeah, if you guys want to watch it, it'd be a fun thing that we can like poke fun at. And they're like, oh, I thought you liked it. And I'm like, no, not this.
Not this one. Ugh, no.
No. I will say my what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. The guy who plays Troy, Andrew Gray.
Yeah.
My love for Andrew Gray is like higher than it is for most people. I mean, I like his rich Asian girlfriend. I think I love him more than she does.
I've not. I only say that
before anybody says anything. There's a show that he's on, it's all about rich Asian people, and he is one of the girl's boyfriends, and it's hilarious watching Troy listen to this girl yell at him for like rich people problems. I'm like, I see this dude kick water bottles.
It's weird. Like, that's the only one that always kind of trips me up a little bit, is because partially I assume Power Rangers like it has historically not been good for people's careers. Yeah. So then when I just randomly like see like, I guess it turns out Brennan Mejia was in a bunch of like Nickelodeon stuff when he was a kid or whatever.
Yep, he was also in American Horror Story too.
Right, and I like see them and I'm like, oh right, they're like actually actors. They're not just like weird fandom things that people won't shut the fuck up about.
Exactly, and then like I'm like every other Power Ranger person, it's like, oh, this ruined their career when the Green Dino Charge Ranger was like, I hate New York.
I hate New York, bitches.
That's what it was.
Like,
man
was obviously going through some shit, but just to see like the green, like Riley, the Green Dino Charge Ranger being like, fucking white bitches.
I love it. Who was that? Didn't a Power Ranger get kicked out of PMC the year we went?
Did they?
I think, if I remember correctly, and maybe it's like a rumor and he just left early, but I could have swore. I feel like it was the Green Samurai Ranger.
Oh yeah, no, homeboy was drunk as fuck. Yeah,
and
I do
they said
remember
he couldn't
this.
come back on Sunday.
Yeah, I do remember that because Este went to like interview him, and man was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like he had like cigarette mouth and stuff. Like he'd been drinking.
You know, me and Emily, we hooked up off set, and he's like, Este's like, I'm 6.
Please desist.
I miss that kid.
I know, man.
I have nothing but animosity in my heart for Power Rangers anymore. But I hope Este, if you're out there watching this, I wish you the best. Milk that cow, baby.
Yeah, Este, make that Power Rangers content. Do what we could not.
I know. I remember thinking, like, if I just made some Power Rangers content, just quick, easy Power Rangers content, I could easily get a free pass to PMC. And then I watched the first episode of Ninja Steel, and I'm like, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it no more.
It ain't.
Also, like, we like PMC itself was not that good.
It wasn't. I just like meeting people.
Yeah, it was like everyone there made it good. Like the actual event was. I mean, I'm not sure. Actually, are we supposed to shit on PMC? I don't know. I don't know what the fandom discourse is anymore. But PMC was one of the best weekends of my life. But only because I got to hang out IRL with like Proto, Lambo, Heisty, and a bunch of other people. Like
the best part of PMC was when we couldn't find parking for prom, so we went to Dave & Buster's. I can only imagine, like, at the time I was like, dang, we couldn't go to the Power Morphicon prom, but now I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't go to the Power Morphicon prom.
I think my only regret is that I dressed up for prom, so I was in Dave & Buster's with like a shirt and tie and like a fucking blazer and shit.
I found that video of us at Dave & Buster's, where it's just me and you just filming the whole table, just all going, hey everybody dab. Do you remember our waiter there kept trying to get us to download his mixtape?
Oh god, yeah, he was like very like
after messing up our order like 6 times.
Yeah, the Dave & Buster's got a weird fucking vibe to it, man. In general, it felt like the waiter was like didn't talk like a waiter. It was like some dude was taking our order. It's like, by the way, like I'm on SoundCloud or whatever the fuck.
Because they had like tags that said like, "Hi, I'm blank. Fun fact," and then it was my mixtape on SoundCloud. And he was like, "As you guys can see right here, I'm a musician, so I'm obviously not very good at my job right now." And we're like, "Yeah, we can tell." Like we just wanted somebody wanted like sliders, but they kept bringing them sandwiches. That's all I remember.
we had a bunch of free because of like the insane game that you ran on Dave & Buster's. Got a bunch of free shit from the games.
Y'all, life hack right here. If you're hungry and you want a good time, go to Dave & Buster's and just play some of the ticketed games and use all the tickets. You can buy appetizers with the tickets now. It's a game changer. They're insanely cheap, and if you're good at the spin-a-win like I am, you can make your money back in mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, Proto paid like maybe $5 for a few games of like jumping rope or whatever the fuck, and we ended up with like, and I was broke by this point because I'd been like all around America, and I was like starving, and there was enough to feed all of us from like 5 games we played.
Exactly, we had leftovers too.
Yeah.
Because we were like, what do we want to do the last day? And I'm like, I want to go back to D&B. I got some more tokens.
Oh, yeah.
I still have that Dave & Buster's card too, for 2 reasons. Because 1, it's a sentimental thing, and 2, because at the bottom it says it has a website, and I cannot believe that Dave & Buster's has not changed their website, unless they do this on purpose, because their website to apply for a job is D&B jobs. Seriously,
really?
Dave & Buster's? D&B jobs?
D&B jobs. What's the D is what I'm... Oh, wow. No, never mind. I get it. Yeah.
The D Club.
Nice. I was just thinking in my head, like, okay, this episode we've talked about dicks, Dave & Buster's, I'm old. Welcome to Rehashing Game Grumps Bits with Pro and Karn.
I have not stopped thinking about getting a blonde streak in my hair since you said unironically to do it, and I'm like, no, I want to.
Do it. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a notch in my eyebrow. I don't know why I did that, man. I keep forgetting I've got it, and then I'm like, oh fuck, shit. I'll have a blonde streak. It'll be great. Anyway, the video game
Back to
we'll play.
game talk. I hate this quest.
Which one's this one?
This is the mysterious digital face. You have to find the person who's like hacking cops.
Oh yeah. In the future, we can hack cops.
Because like it's like go to Shinjuku, and you go to Shinjuku, and then it's like actually you're supposed to go to Kowloon 2. And then you go to Kowloon 2, and it's like, hey, go back to Shinjuku. And I'm like, but I was, ooh, Sonic. Speaking of Game Grumps, ooh, Sonic.
Are these all real stores, by the way, or is this all fictional Digimon shit? Oh yeah, you remember this quest? This motherfucker.
Yeah.
This fucking piece of shit.
He's like, go to do it. And you're like, okay. You're dumb like me, so you didn't read the text, and you're like, well, who was it then? So then you go back to your player, you go to the case, access point guy. Okay, cool. Access point guy. Who's that? Seriously.
Who is that?
Is he over here? At the access point, maybe?
I don't know. Seems like a bit of a stretch, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Crazy.
Access point guy.
I do love...
This part really confuses me because he's like, I'm gonna run away, and he logs into Eden, but I'm like, dude, your body is still right there.
Right, yeah, you're physical, dude.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I gotta go after him.
Just arrest him and have his consciousness stuck in the machine forever. Also, what a fucking shitty Digimon. Fuck you.
Alright, sir. You and your Vegemon. Like, I know I've made my brand that I like all Digimon, right? And I do love all Digimon. But if like one day, like Digimon became real and we all got our own Digi-partners, a digital companion, a digital friend.
Yeah.
And Vegemon popped out for me.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'd be a little miffed.
It's all conditional. Like, Vegemon as a design, solid, cool, little creepy dude. If I gotta be best friends with him for the rest of my life, we're not gonna be tight, you know?
Nah. It's like, listen, I will keep appearances, but you better Digivolve into something cool.
You better Digivolve into something fucking cool. Stat. We can get you to... What is he, champion?
Yeah, he's a champion.
Does he go to, like, Lilimon or Lilymon or some shit?
I don't remember.
Like, obviously, in the game, it's going to be different. Let's have a look at Vegemon's... was it Digimon Daisuka? Or whatever the fuck.
Digimon Daisuke! Checkpoint!
Checkpoint! He can Digivolve to... He can Digivolve to fucking Aero Vegemon.
You know, Vegemon. Hey, what's up?
What's
Sorry,
up? How you living? I guess he has to do that with Vegemon. He can't do it by himself. He can Digivolve to Arukenimon. Atla Kabutera, but you can Digivolve to... Oh, that's a Jogras, okay. Blossomon.
I mean, if you can Digivolve to Arukenimon and then, like, do, like, the, like, humanoid form, then we can talk.
Yeah.
Or the spider form. I'm not picky.
He can just Digivolve to fucking Matt Gaugamon by himself.
Can I say something about the people that bothers me when it comes to Digimon?
Please do.
I don't like Digimon because Digivolution lines are too confusing. Okay. Stop.
Yeah, also, they're not. Like, they're really simple. Like, did a writer decide that this happened? Oh my god, it happened. That's crazy.
Wow. Because, like, the big thing people go to is Mon, right? Because in Digimon World 3, he goes from a monkey to a pirate to a centaur with machine guns strapped to it to a giant dinosaur with laser cannons. People say that's stupid. I say, how is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
Right.
It goes from baby monkey to giant dinosaur.
And it's because they've got, you know, Pokemon in their heads. It's like, it's meant, like, it's biological evolution to them. Like, no, it's literally a creature made of data recompiling itself with other data to make itself into something strong. Like, I personally prefer the Digivolution lines that you can see, like, a nice through line. Yeah. Or, like, especially, like, Armors is my big sticking point, because in the show, it's always reflecting the Digimental, and then they'll just not do that. But, like, yeah, let the monkey Digivolve into a fucking pirate. Like, good for him.
I will say, to defend the Mon line, I did see a theory, and I really like it, about why that line makes sense somewhat.
Uh-huh.
It's the evolution of weaponry, because it's a monkey with a slingshot, and then it's a pirate with a musket, a mechanical thing with a bunch of guns, and then lasers for the dinosaur.
That was pretty good. I can fuck with that.
Where the dinosaur part comes from, I don't know, but...
Right.